Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Geek in the Closet, and today we are going to be looking at this Green Lantern John Stewart figure by DC Collectibles. Now, John Stewart comes in a standardized DC Collectibles box packaging. As you can see, on the side right here is a product shot of John Stewart himself, and it says that it's sculpted by Robert Linders. And on this side is a silhouette of the character himself, and on the back you can actually see Simon Bass, the Green Lantern, Shazam, and the various characters from the Justice League. Now here's a look at John Stewart outside of the box packaging. Now looking at his face right there, you immediately notice the green eyes, which I find very peculiar. To me, I would have preferred him to have normal eyes instead of these green sparkly eyes right there. But however, I guess it's to differentiate him with the Hal Jordan figure and also the Simon Baz figure, probably. Aside from that, he does have, relatively decent sculpting on his face. Very nicely done. I love the texture on his black hair right there. There's actually some kind of a rough texturing right there. Very nice. I love the paint, of course. So very similar to the Hal Jordan figure that I actually own, which I will compare him with right after this. You actually see like the emblem right there, very nicely sculpted. Slightly different from the Hal Jordan one. Something to note that on this black part of his costume, there's actually a little bit of glitter, this glittery effect. I'm not too sure if you can actually see. There you go, a little bit of the glittery effect on this black color part of his costume, which I find it might be a little bit weird, but I guess it's not that bothersome. His muscles, his abs, and everything is very nicely sculpted, and you can actually see it much more clearly compared to the Hal Jordan one. Once again, his ring is also an improvement compared to the Hal Jordan one, which is basically just a blotch of green paint, and it's actually circular, while you can actually see on John Stewart's ring it's sculpted to look like the logo, the symbol of the Green Lantern Corps, which is nice. On the back there's nothing much, basically just the same black paint all over, and the green as well, all the way down to his legs right there. And he does come with one peg hole at the bottom of his feet. Now John Stewart does not come with any accessories, but however, let's just jump straight into articulation, since that's the case. So he is able to move his head left and right very well. Upward movement not so much, downward not so much as well. He can pivot his head like so. His arms are able to move outward this much, which is okay, and able to move forwards as well. There's a bicep swivel right there. There is a single hinged bend on his elbow. Let's see whether if he has his... Yep, he does have a glove cut right there. How about his wrist? I doubt that there's any articulation on his wrist, and I will not try it because I will not want to damage this figure. No articulation whatsoever on his torso and then on his waist as well. His legs are on a ball joint, which is actually a very good thing in comparison with the T-joint on the previous figure, on Hal Jordan I mean. He's able to kick forward this much. He does have a single hinged knee right there, and he does have there is a swivel on his boot right there, but mine's kind of frozen. And he does have a hinged ankle as well, and no pivot. Now here's a look at John Stewart next to Hal Jordan right there. And I think I previously mentioned that the green is actually somewhat similar to Hal Jordan right there. I may need to clarify once more that the green on Hal Jordan is actually a different kind of green, a different shade of green compared to John Stewart, as you can see right now. And you can actually tell that the emblem, the Green Lantern symbol on his chest right there is differently sculpted. But as mentioned before, his abs, the definition on his torso on John Stewart right there is so much more different compared to Hal Jordan. Yep, and the best thing about John Stewart is basically his articulation on his legs right there, in comparison with Hal Jordan's T-joint articulation on his legs, which is not very impressive on this guy, of course. Oh yes, and as mentioned earlier, as you can see, the difference in the sculpt and the ring on Hal Jordan is just like a green blob right there of green, and John Stewart's one looks slightly better. And there you have it. Now here's a look at John Stewart next to the other members of the Justice League, Superman and the Flash. And I'm not too sure if you can actually notice, but there seems to be a little bit of a height difference compared to Superman and the Flash. With John Stewart, of course, Superman seems to be half a head taller than John Stewart right there, which is okay. And the Flash seems to be just a little bit taller compared to John Stewart. Now overall, I'm actually liking this new John Stewart figure. I love the fact that you can actually see added articulation in comparison with the previous lanterns. I love the fact that there's actually distinguishable differences in terms of paint as well, and some added detail on his ring. And so yeah, I'm actually more excited to see what the new DC Icons Armored Iron Lantern is gonna bring to the table, and that's gonna be real soon. So I can't wait. So I managed to get this guy from Little Monsters once again, and I'll be placing the links to their Facebook down below, so do check them out. So once again guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace!